All right, hey guys, welcome back to some crypto. In today's content, we'll take a look at BTC. We'll talk about BTC on a macro basis and what type of price action we could be anticipating over the next like a few months going forward, right? So when we take a look at BTC on a monthly basis, as we've been saying over the last few years, most bears been anticipating a macro bearishness over the last over the last few months, okay, since we retested the double top right here around like a 69-70k area. So bears been coming out and been saying like, oh, we're going to be in a bear market and all that good stuff, right? So what we've been saying was like, hey, we're just going to be focusing on the monthly time frame, right? As long as we're above our monthly 21 EMA, we're most likely going to be in a bull market. And as you can see right here, BTC did not even retest the monthly 21 EMA, and now it is breaking out above all-time high, and it is nearly 5x right from the bottom. Okay, could we get another 5x from here? We will see. Okay, but all we can say is like, hey, BTC bottom around like a 15k, and now it is above 75k, right? So we're looking pretty good on a monthly basis, looking pretty good in terms of indicators, right? As you can see, our MACD on a monthly basis, it is still showing us a big gap right between the MACD and the signal line. So it means like we got a lot of momentum over the next like a few months, right, going into 2025. In terms of the RSI, it looks really good. I know most bears gonna be coming out to draw some divergences and all that good stuff, but they just have to be very cautious. As we discussed before, you don't want to be drawing your divergences too early, because you just don't know basically how high your RSI could be going. Okay, so your RSI could still make high highs right there, right, and high lows, and your price action definitely already making higher highs and high lows. So just got to be cautious with the monthly monthly RSI divergence and all that good stuff, right? So now let's take a look at it in terms of wave analysis, right? In terms of wave analysis, we discussed the wave 2 correction back in 2023. We said as soon as we take out the 32k area, we're going to be starting our wave 3 to the upside. And our projection for the wave 3 was 1.618 extension to the upside, right? From the swing low at $15,500, right, to the swing high 32k, back down to the swing low just about like a 25k. Our projection was somewhere around like a 74 up to 80k area, right there for our wave 3. Right, and as you can see, we hit that level exactly. Yes, we did not hit 78k and all that good stuff. You don't have to be super accurate with these fib extensions, but you just want to be within range. Okay, so now after we retested basically our wave 3 target, what we said was like we could be in a sideways ish correction for like a 6 to 8 months and all that good stuff, right? So now we just broke out above all-time high. What are we looking for? We're looking for a wave, our wave 5, basically another wave to the upside. So over the next like a few months, as we've been saying, right, we could be getting our wave 5 to the upside, could be above above 100k, 150, 180 and all that good stuff. We'll just wait and see what the indicators going to tell us over the next like a few months and all that good stuff. Okay, so that is it for the monthly for the monthly basis, right? So another thing we could basically pay attention to, it is going to be the USDT dominance. So one of the reasons why I was so confident over the last few months, right, been saying like most likely the USDT dominance is going to be breaking down. Okay, even though it took forever to get the to get the move to the downside, to break the trendline support, it is finally basically breaking out below the support area, right? So what we're looking for is like another retest of the 3.8%, it means like BTC has a lot, BTC has a lot to do over the next like a few weeks in terms of like a volatility to the upside. So if the USDT dominance is going to be breaking down 23%, we could expect at least BTC to break out another 23%. Of course, it could be a lot more than 23, but just to be conservative, right, you could be looking for, or I could be looking for like a 93 to 95 K area, right, just in terms of projecting the BTC breakout in terms of the USDT dominance. However, just have to be cautious once we hit like a 3.8, because the volatility could be super high to the downside. I'm not saying BTC will be dumping to the downside, but once we retest 3.8, we could get some sort of like a sideways-ish correction, right? So keep an eye on the US. I'm gonna be keeping an eye on the USDT dominance, and at the same time be very cautious, right, with BTC once we break out another 20 to 40%, right? Of course, I'm not saying that we will get a reversal for a bear market and all that good stuff, but we're definitely going to be looking for some potential shakeouts and all that good stuff, right? So now let's take a look at BTC gold, right? So the BTC gold chart is pretty much similar in terms of like a wave analysis. So we're expecting another wave to the upside, right, versus gold to hit somewhere around like a new all-time high or even higher. But as of now, right, since like we just got the breakout, as we discussed in our in one of our previous public update, what we said was like, hey, if we break out above the weekly 21, right, and close a candle above the weekly 21, we could get a nice big move to the upside to retest the yearly high around like a 34 ounces of gold, right, somewhere around here. Okay, so we already broke out like nearly, since that update, right, we already broke out like nearly 15%. And what we were expecting was like a move, like a move to this area about like a 35%. So it means we got another 18 to 20% breakout for BTC, which is basically in line with what we just said regarding the USDT dominance, a potential 20% breakout. So it doesn't matter how I'm gonna be looking at it in terms of like a breakout. BTC still got a lot of momentum to the upside within the next like a few weeks, right? So now let's go ahead and take a look at the BTC dominance. So I know most of the Moon Boys and Leroy, they still gonna be like, hey, BTC is breaking out, but XRP is not breaking out, okay? Or like Ethereum is not breaking out. The reason for that is like the BTC dominance, first thing first, it has to peak, right? As of now, it looks really, really good, okay, in terms of like a bullishness. It is not showing any sign of weakness, and it could hit somewhere around like a 64%, okay? I'd be surprised if we basically hit a 71, 72, but it is very, very possible for the BTC dominance to hit 72% if BTC continues to break out above all-time high and alt do not catch up with the momentum, okay? Especially if BTC breaks out also above like 100K. So something to basically keep in mind, it doesn't mean like alt will be dumping. It only means like Moon Boys just have to basically sit tight, relax, let BTC clears the way, right? And then basically altcoin could basically gain some confidence and all that good stuff, right? So keep an eye on the BTC dominance, nearly around like a 64%, right? However, it could go higher, right? But the thing with that breakout from 64 up to 72, probably, right, not guaranteed, it could just be a couple of weeks of breakout where BTC could just be moving sideways and alt just going to be probably pulling back down like 10-15% and all that good stuff, right? Kind of like what happened back in December 2020. If you take a look at the Ethereum chart, right, back in December 2020, you can see like right here, November, right there, okay? Let's see, take a look at it on the monthly. Let's take a look at it on the weekly. So right there, you know, when we take a look at Ether, right, on a weekly basis, right, that was back in December, early December, right, to mid-December. Ether was struggling to break out to the upside, while BTC was breaking out nearly like a 40-50%, right? So if you take a look at it on a monthly basis, Ether only broke out like a, you know, 19% back in December 2020, right there, right? You can see it right here, right? It was only like 19%. But if you take a look at the BTC chart back in December 2020, right, BTC broke out nearly 47%, right? Right here, right? 47%. So it simply means like, hey, BTC could pump like a 50%, but Ether might only pump like a 10 to 15% or maximum 20%. So it doesn't mean like Ether will die and all that good stuff, right? So you just have to be very, very patient with the BTC dominance, right, and all that good stuff. The next thing to talk about, it is going to be the total 2. So total 2 is very, very important regarding like alt season. So most bulls are still waiting for alt season, right? And they're asking why alt ain't breaking out at the moment, right? So if you take a look at the total market cap, right, alt generally don't basically break out till total market cap hits a new all-time high, just like what happened right here back in 2020. I just discussed the 2020 scenario, right? As you can see, Ethereum started to break out in January 2021, and what happened right here, that's when total market cap hit a new all-time high around like a 760 billion right there, right? So if you go back to you know, if you go back to 2017 also, I think BTC also hit somewhere around here, new all-time high around like March 2017, and that's when we really started the alt season right there. So we could be expecting over the next like a few months, right, for alt season to be triggered if we break out above I wouldn't say above, let's say above 3 trillion, not 1 trillion Leroy, okay, above 3 trillion right there. All right, so we will see over the next like a few weeks if we're going to repeat the same pattern. It doesn't have to, because it really doesn't matter. It is almost like an alt season time. Alt season could start at any given time, but what I'm saying is like one of the most impressive gains not going to be seen as long as the total market cap is below the previous all-time high. You see what I'm saying? So something to basically keep in mind, BTC has to break out a lot to basically push the total market cap to break out above 3 trillion. So it means BTC has to break out once again at least 20%, right, to carry the alt, and at the same time to carry the load for the total market cap to be able to break out above, you know, 3 trillion. So expect potentially anywhere around like a 20 to 25% breakout, you know, on BTC before end of the year, and after that we could potentially see a, you know, a massive alt season going into 2025 and all that good stuff. All right guys, so I'm just gonna cut it short. Thanks a lot for watching. So you can join the public Telegram group, link in the description. You can also join the Ascend Premium group on Discord, link in the description.